and welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer and we're back on Hutan Pantai. It's quite a slow day today. There aren't really that many contracts to speak of. We don't really have anything to do on our farm, and we still need to try and find a way to earn as much money as possible to get ourselves or keep ourselves on track. We are minus £60 at the moment, so I was hoping that we might be able to get a hired worker out on a job, but until we earn a bit of cash today, that's not going to be possible. I also want to see, with this plow that we've got left over from yesterday, if there's any chance we could run a contract with this. So let's have a quick look in here and see what contracts are available. We've got... Do we have a plowing contract? Yeah, we do, and it's a fairly well-paying one. There's a £4,360 plowing contract here. So we could do that on 24. We'll pick that up. Now, the downside to that, of course, is I don't have any money to hire workers at the moment, so we can't send a hired worker off to that. The other thing I think that's worth doing today is a harvesting contract, especially one that fills our canning factory. And is field 10? Yeah, farmland 10. That has a red beet contract on it. It's not that well paying. It's £1,000 to hire the equipment. So it's only going to be worth £2,000, but we should get some red beet out of it that we can put into our stuff as well. So we will borrow the items for that as well. And then if we jump out of here, we've got this tractor sitting there. And then we've got this all set up, ready to go. I need to go back up to the farm, though. We need to get ourselves out of this negative number first. Before we continue on the farm, this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create a custom line of PCs suitable for everyone from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. And the higher spec machines are also perfect for streaming and content creation. Apex Gaming PCs have dropped the prices on almost all their products by 30%, so there's never been a better time to go check them out. So let's get our front loader out. I think we've got a couple of pallets kicking around. Our saplings are beginning to generate. That's good. That'll be great for the beginning of next year. And down here, oh wow, we have a fair amount of mushrooms, so that's a good start. We can grab both of these pallets and go and sell those. We also, from the looks of it over there, have a few items coming out of our food preservation factory. I called it canning factory a minute ago. It's not, because it does way more than that. And we'll be able to sell those off as well. So let's get this into here and get that down and in. As I said last time, next month we're gonna have to make sure we got enough money to lease the equipment to do the wood chipping. So we need to make sure there's enough kicking around for that. It may be that we have to increase the loan slightly to do that if necessary. We are £10,000 over what we were planning to pay off, so we're good at the moment, and we know the wood chips are going to bring us in plenty of money, and we've got to put another goat pen in as a result of the wood chipping. There we go, 9,998. We'll turn this off, and that means we can now get this tractor heading off down to do the ploughing. So let's select that tractor if I can. There we go. Create job. We want to send that down to 24. So we'll get that onto there and start that job. And with that going there, I think that might be blocked at the moment, but we are going to grab the Z-Tour here. I'm hoping this Z-Tour will actually run this. If we're lucky, it will. Otherwise, we'll have to switch it out for the other one. So hook this up. Right. And because this is, I know we should be able to run this harvester ourselves, I think. So we'll go over to the field. We'll send this over to the field. No, we'll send the tractor and trailer over to the field once we get started. That's going to be the better way to go. Down to field 10, and we want to line ourselves up here. Looking at the shape of this field, I think we're going to want to get steering assist up. See if this actually works. Okay. So get this down. Yeah, look at that. That is quite an offset on this. I don't know how well this is going to work. We'll unfold this. I think our tractor is here. Oh, wow. We've got quite a traffic jam on the road. And I think our tractor is trying to work out how to get away from it. However, this starts up the harvester. And away we go. Yeah, don't know where the carting tractor's going, but this seems to be working really well. Wow, I am impressed. And I think actually this is probably my favorite wolf harvester that is in FS25. It actually has a capacity on it, which is the only one for a base game harvester. This is working pretty well. We are 74% full off just the first headland. It's following it around and trying to get this to follow the course I want and still pick everything up is a very interesting situation most of the time. But it is working well. I think I want to turn around and go the other way because we are driving through crop at the moment and that isn't massively realistic. But in general, this seems to be holding up and doing pretty well. Once we get to a full tank, I don't know. It's only holding about 5,000 liters, so we might actually just be better off doing this ourselves, saving ourselves the money, and letting the plowing contract just continue on up the top. Yeah, this with GPS is pretty easy. It's not a very big harvester. It's not very wide. We are coming up to a full tank as we come to the top of the field. All in all, though, I'm pretty happy with this. This is working really, really well. And yeah, we're gonna have a full tank pretty much as we get to the top of the field, which is awesome. In fact, there we go, just shy of the top of the field. So let's extend our auger. We'll jump into the crystal and go and empty, and this is going to take several loads off of this harvester. So that should work pretty well for us, I think. And then we can always send this off to go and tip on its own while we continue harvesting. This job, though, is going to take some time. So driving around outside of the field like this, I've come across no field course detected at the moment, so I'm unable to use my GPS. However, I am still picking everything up. I'm lining things up based on previous setup, and yeah, we should be all right. We're picking everything up as best I can. Eventually the GPS will come back. It's just struggling a little bit with the tractor sitting so far outside of the edge of the field. And there we are, it's back as I come around the corner and we get that little bit closer again. I'm really pleased with this. This has been fairly easy to do. It is slow going, as I was expecting. We're only about halfway through the headlands, but then we do only have a single row harvester here. And we are nearly full again with this load. However, this should be very close to a full trailer. I think we're going to be just a little bit short, and I've been debating whether to go and empty the trailer at this point, and I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Well, no, I think what we're gonna have to do, sorry, is just load up the harvester a little bit more, or come around and do one more round the field with the harvester, because we got 22,000 liters in here. We're 78% full. We are almost full on the trailer. The trouble is, if I don't take a full trailer, we could end up in a position where we almost delivered everything and not able to harvest that last little bit off the field. So let's just dump this in here. It's going to take us up to about 98% full. We got space for another 1,000 liters, I think. So, oh no, we need to move the tractor out the way. So need to move this one out the way. We can get into the right machine. Yep, that way we can then put the auger down. And I think we might get to 1,000 liters and then empty, or we'll go the whole way round. We'll see what we do. Let's start this up. We can only do that once our tank is down. I'm slightly surprised by that. Start it up, drop it down, and away we go. We should clear the trailer. Yeah. And the sooner we can get 1,000 liters, the better. We'll empty that out, and then we'll go. Whoa. Oh, this is the only thing that does get me about this, is sometimes it picks up on wildly out of place rows. Right, and there, that's the one we want to be on. And you see, we're already up to 500 liters by this corner. So should be fairly easy to grab an extra 1,000 liters and take that down to the sell point. So into there. Yep. As soon as we've got 1,000 liters, we'll get this unloaded and get this shipped off. Of course, it's stopped in probably or almost the most awkward place possible for this extra 1,000 liters. There we go. That did it. Oh, it was only 500 it needed as well. Wow. Okay, so let's get this out and we'll send this off down to the sell point. So this has got to go to the canning factory. Let's set ourselves up with a job. We'll select this tractor. We'll create a job. I want to deliver. Loading position is from here. And we're going to the canning factory. Start job. First load of beet being delivered. And this is taking us up to 25% complete. 20% transported. So we've got 5 full trailers will complete this contract. So thinking about that, I'm gonna have to be careful when delivering the last load off the field. We're gonna probably have to get our own trailer, and I'm considering getting one of the small trailers early so that we can fill 2 small trailers if necessary. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, the last trailer load I get off here, I can't deliver until we've got the field complete. And if that means putting stuff in my own trailer to make sure we can complete the field, then that is what we'll need to do. It's just gone 2:30. We are still on the headlands with this. This is taking forever. We have a nearly full trailer. We've got a little bit more to go. What I'm going to do at this point then is I'm going to double the amount of time we have left. So I'm taking the time down to 3 times. We're on our second to last headland, and we've just got an extra 500 liters to put into the trailer here, and that is now up to 28,000 liters. And looks like our ploughing contract is finished. Yep, this is done. So we'll take the hired worker off that. And we can collect on this contract now. So let's collect on this. So collect, okay, and collect, okay. And with that complete, we've just got to complete this one here, and then we'll be able to get in what we got today. We've got 23,000, so we're going to be able to do a little bit of payoff today. We can just set that going and get that doing. And 11,000, 10,000, yeah, 500 by the time we finished. Plus whatever we get for the cotton is absolutely going to be worth it. So we will borrow the items on that. So while we wait for our tractor and trailer to get back, we're going to have to get the harvester down there ourselves. But that shouldn't be too difficult. So the field is just up here on the left. No, in fact, on the right. That's where we want it to be. So let's unfold this. In fact, I don't even need to do that. I just need to drive down to the field and set it going. And I think that should be absolutely ready. Yep, in it goes. And away it harvests. I can be confident in that harvester doing that field and getting that complete, because we have to get this red beet complete today. So one way or the other, we're going to get this done. And I can't see this red beet, the remainder of this field, taking longer than it takes that harvester to harvest all of that cotton. Cutting into the main body of the field now, and I'm actually finding it easier to do this in cab to get myself lined up with the lines. There are so many lines with the GPS on this that it gets very confusing, especially when you're out of cab. If you're looking straight ahead though and seeing what's lined up on your bonnet, it really makes it easier, especially on this side where the line seems to sit the wrong way until the very last moment. But now I can see where I should be. I can line myself up and in I go. And looks like we're heading for another full harvester. That's another 5,500 liters. And the bottom end, and we've got another full tank on the harvester. We've made a huge inroad into this field now. And another 500 liters should be enough to finish off this trailer. I wonder if there's enough in the corner here. Wasn't quite enough. 420 liters. Oh, we've got a little bit left in this corner. I want to clear everything up. So this little bit here takes me up to 431. So we'll get started on the next row. We are now 61% of the way through this. No, 61% of the way through the cotton, so it's overtaken, and only 60% of the way through this field. Our cotton harvester is coming up to the end of its job, and we are still less than 3/4 of the way through this one. If I could have done this contract over 2 days, if the new contract system in FS25 allowed me to do this over 2 days, I would have done it over 2 days, but I can't. It just doesn't allow for that. You have to have it done by midnight on the day you take it. And that means for a contract like this, it has to be done with 1 time's time on it, because it just takes so long to get it done that there really is no other way. We've got 4 full bales up here. Yep, that has done its job. So let's unload that. So what I'm going to do is hook up this tractor and the bale trailer, and we'll get that over to the field. I don't think we can set it collecting up bales, but we can get it to where it needs to be. And while we're here, we've got a slot, so we might as well make a little bit more money. 519, we will grab that tractor. Okay, and that needs to go to field 42. The cultivating contract on field 42 has completed. I am not even full on my 4th trailer on here, so we're going to have to do a few things now. Firstly, I need to get this started up. We need to collect up the bales that we have on here and get all of those delivered so that we can complete this contract. Then I'll be able to go and grab the final cultivating contract, and we can get that going with our cultivator. I obviously can't collect the cultivating contract at the moment because otherwise I'll lose the cultivator and I'll have to spend another, I think it was £700 to do that second one. So we'll just collect these up. This takes 3 bales by the looks of things, so that's going to be a couple of trips with this, and we should make some extra cash with it as well. This is going to the spinnery, so we'll go deliver that then. Let's fold that up and we'll head into town and get these delivered. But down at the spinnery, we know from last time we need to be a little bit careful about how we unload these. So let's get that backed up and open and shifting up. Unload. 1 in, 2 in, 3 in, and we're 80% transported, which is what we expected to be. Pick up the remaining bale. We'll fold this back up and head back down to the spinnery and get this delivered. This should bring us in at least a little bit of cash. So back down to the spinnery and we'll unload this as well. I'm hoping there's going to be a considerable amount of money off of this round bale. These round bales are fairly big, so hopefully it'll be good. Contract finished, and we made 12,000 off the bale. That is amazing. Oh, wow. So if we complete the harvesting as well for 10,511, which is perfect, we're up to 44,648. That means we can take this and start a new contract for it for cultivating. So accept that, yes. And we'll then send this piece of kit over to field 19 to get that one done. So start in that corner there. And we'll get even more money in. And this contract is becoming swiftly irrelevant. Yeah. Oh, wow. Does this contract suddenly really, really become not worth the effort? Just going to top this trailer off and then we'll send it. And then everything that we collect off the field after that needs to remain up here. And for that, I brought my tractor and trailer up here. Because I have a feeling we're going to have just enough to get that tractor and trailer going. So let's get this heading off to the canning factory. And with that heading off, I can get this folded down and we'll get into the last part of this job. We're coming to the end of the field and I have nearly a full tank again. However, I am very concerned. We need 24,500, well, 24,600 liters to complete this contract. I've put 5,000 liters into my other trailer, so we actually have enough to complete the contract now. But I really wanted to have that 5,000 liters to process into my factory. I thought we might end up with more than that available for us to take away on such a large field, considering that we have such a, you know, this is so time consuming and such a big contract. We had 100,000 liters off this field to complete this contract. 5 full loads, so 120,000 liters. 120 to 130,000 liters needed to complete this contract, and it looks like we're going to be left with a tiny fraction of that for ourselves. Our trailer has 16,500. This is going to take us up to 22,000 liters, maybe 23. So that is incredibly disappointing that we are 1,500 liters essentially shy of what we need. Yeah, 22,000 liters, and there is no way the rest of this field has the 2,500 liters that we need to complete this contract. There isn't even 500 liters left on the field. So let's just check. Yeah, other than a couple of tiny little dots, there really is nothing left on this field. And that means that we are definitely 2,000 liters short. That is absolutely demoralizing of this. Right, what we're going to do is we will empty the rest of this into here. I'm going to jump into the carting tractor, which is this one here. We'll set this off, and then we're going to follow in our own tractor, because we're going to have to tip some of what we have in the trailer. 22,462, and we need 24,585 liters. So let's start the job with that delivering. And I'm going to follow behind in this, where we have got 5,500 liters. But this was supposed to be for us to process in our own factory to try and make this pretty pointless and completely mad contract something. So I'm hoping against hope that this tractor and trailer in front of me tips and completes the contract. As I say, it's 2,000 liters shy by my calculations of completing this contract. If it completes it, that would be amazing. If it's 99% delivery, that would probably be good as well. Although I think that's probably where we're going to end up. 99% done. Contract is finished, and it has made some money for us. Oh my lord, 2,290 liters. So the calculations were way off, and we can take this home and tip this. Before I do that though, let's go and grab the contracts. That actually is a result. That means the cultivating contracts can be collected for 2,102, yes. 1,452, yes. And we get a whopping 2,278 for that beet contract. That was completely not worth it. Never again am I going to be doing one of those beet contracts. Even for 5,500 liters of beet, we would have had a little bit more, but even then, it just hasn't been worth it. I'm gonna go get this tipped then into my factory. We do have 52,000 liters, or 52,000 pounds. So that does mean we've hit our target, and we can go into our finances and we can repay another 50,000 off the loan. We're down to just 140,000 at this point. Next time we'll sell off the produce we got back at the farm. We'll hire some equipment, and we're gonna go wood chipping to clear another area for some more goats. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say...
Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.